Dır.
Okay, hello everyone. Today we are meeting for the Graduate School of Health Sciences, Immunology and Global Health Programs. I am the Director of Graduate School of Health Sciences at the Koç University, and our graduate school has several master and PhD programs. Today we will concentrate on the master program on the global health and the immunology. But if you have any questions regarding the other problems, I will be very happy to answer them. Your microphones will be muted. So if you have any questions, you can write from the chat box and eğer isterseniz Türkçe'de sorabilirsiniz soruları. Türkçe'de yanıtlayabiliriz. So I want to start the discussion session with the Global Health program. So Sibel Sakarya and the İlker Kayı are our professors in the program. So they will introduce you the Global Health Program. This is a new program, and we will recruit the first students for this year. Sibel Hocam, if you are ready, I will pass microphone to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Yasemin Hocam. So let me share my screen, then I can start. Okay, good evening. Hello everyone, iyi akşamlar. So it's really great being here and taking this opportunity to introduce our new program, Global Health. I'm one of the coordinators of the program. I'm a physician, I'm a medical doctor, and I'm a public health specialist. Me and İlker, my colleague, we work at the Department of Public Health together. And so we are very happy, as I said, to introduce you to our program. So we are going to start on September.
Sibel Hocam, can we make the full screen mode
Oh, sorry.
if possible?
Sure, of course. So, okay, we believe that the topic is very important and timely, especially because we are in the middle of a global health problem called pandemic. So it's really very timely and very important. Just like pandemics, there are other health issues and problems and threats that go beyond the borders of the countries. And that's why it's very important for the people, skills and competencies required to manage these global challenges. And then that's why, in fact, we wanted to start this program. And there are several important features of the program that I will be explaining soon. So in fact, there are several competencies that we expect our graduates to develop by the end of the program. And if you look at those competencies or skills, there are three main domains of competencies. For instance, under the critical thinking skills domain, we expect our graduates to develop skills regarding understanding determinants of health, understanding global health policies, theories, using systematic analysis to understand complex global health problems, to develop understanding of cross-cultural behaviors and dynamics. And when we look at the soft skills, of course, these are also very important in global health topic, such as collaboration and partnering, interdisciplinary teamwork, leadership and communication skills, sociocultural and political awareness, capacity strengthening, and design thinking. And so there are also several skills under the public health domain, such as research competency and program management and strategic analysis. So these are the competencies that we planned our program that our graduates are going to develop. Okay, one of the important features of our program is that this is the first global health master program in Turkey. So then we believe it will get a lot of attention. The participants will study health through an international lens, and we believe that our program will help them to develop understanding of and solutions for global health challenges. The participants will bring, we will bring and in the program many disciplines and subjects and an interdisciplinary approach. Just like the program itself, our program is open to students with non-medical background, non-medical undergraduate degrees. This is also a very important part of our program. So this will really enrich the program that we will have participants with different backgrounds. Since global health is a very broad topic, we plan that there will be several concentration areas, there will be several tracks. So right now, we plan 4 areas, concentration areas, so graduates can study one of the tracks, such as mental health. Another concentration area is migration and health, health systems and policy, and communicable diseases. So the participants, the students can select one of the tracks, and or you can have a global health degree in general without selecting any concentration area. And by the program develops, we can add other tracks, but right now these are the 4 that we planned. So if we look at the degree requirements, this will be a 3-semester long program and 30 credits needed. So there will be 10 4-credit courses. Very briefly, there will be 3 required mandatory courses. Fundamentals of Global Health, one of the required courses. Then the second one is research methods in health sciences. It is very important for our understanding that advanced research skills are very much needed to understand global health problems and to develop effective interventions. And the third required course is about population dynamics, demography, and then politics of population, basically. So there will be many elective courses. These are the elective courses that are specifically developed for the program, for the new program. But of course, participants can register other courses that are given by other graduate schools if they are interested. So these are the courses, as I said, developed for the program, like as you can see here, social determinants of health, of course, one of the most important issues in global health. There will be many readings, and we will critically appraise some of the, related manuscripts. Global burden of disease, I can imagine many articles related to global burden of disease, or many other articles from different topics. So critical appraisal of research is going to be one of the important courses of the program. And then I'm not going to read all of them, but you see that there are many, in fact, good topics. And then there are some non-credit courses as well. So this is the entire, in fact, the list, the whole list of the elective courses. These are specifically developed for the program, but as I said, you can take other courses from, for instance, from social science, you can take qualitative research methods or biostatistics or other courses. So it's going to be a very rich, choice for you, um, as you can see here. So these are the application requirements. I think the most important thing is that participants can have um, can have different backgrounds. Um, so this is perhaps the most important thing that I should mention. And the other things I'm not going to read, but you can reach these details through our web page, or if there are some additional questions, I can come back. And then, okay, so I mentioned at the beginning that we expect some, our participants, our students, graduates, to develop some competencies, but very briefly, again, here, the graduates of the program will acquire competencies in epidemiology and research, some analysis skills, strategic analysis, program management, policy development, etc. So when we look at these competencies, and then graduates, I can easily say that can work in different national and international institutions as health policy analysts, consultants, health service managers, health educators, epidemiologists, researchers, and lecturers. Um, and then, so perhaps this is the most boring or important at the same time, program tuition. So as you can see here, these are the fees for the with thesis and non-thesis programs for the international students, and Turkish lira and US dollar based. So I think this is all. And then, of course, we will be very happy to answer your questions.
I think we don't have any questions in the chat box. If you have any questions regarding the global health program, and also we will now talk about the immunology program, we can answer your questions. Um, do you have any questions? If not, I will. There's a one question saying that I have a general question. How can we get scholarships? Actually, you can apply to the programs. We gave the scholarship for the full-time research based programs, and it is actually competitive. Today we are discussing about the PhD master programs, non-thesis master programs, and actually they are tuition paid programs. We may give some scholarship or discount for the program depending on the applications needs, and it is very limited, I have to say that. So there is no more question about the global health. Maybe we can continue with the immunology non-thesis master program. Today we have two faculty members, Hasan Bayram and Yıldız Tütüncü hocalarım. They will give a brief description about the program. Hasan hocam, I think you will present.
Yes.
If you are ready, I can give the microphone to you.
Yeah, yeah, yes, please. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening to everybody. It's very nice to see you all here and to see your interest in our programs. It's my great pleasure to describe, to tell about our immunology program. So, just okay. So Our program is MSc in Immunology, Master Program in Immunology. Why study immunology? Well, as you all know, immunology has become very important, especially these days because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has shown the whole world how vulnerable could be human life to these new bacteria and to viruses in terms of COVID-19. And emerging infectious disease and pandemics will always be around anyway, as it's been through the history. So immunology is a critical to human and animal health and survival. And it's good that now many diseases are no longer a threat due to a vaccine that have been developed by maybe immunologists and the scientists. Immunology intersects with multiple areas of biomedical science, actually, from infectious disease and vaccination to the management and the treatment of chronic disease, such as diabetes, such as asthma, allergic disease, and cancer, etc. Uh, Immunology is also fundamental to the life sciences industry. And the discipline is core to the development of modern antibody therapies, which is very sort of important these days, especially the cellular therapies, small molecule drugs, which are used in cancer, in other disease, and the vaccines and the biologicals, as called also therapeutic molecules. So the graduates from the immunology programs can work in private health care groups in this sector, in universities, in the biotechnology companies, in pharmacological companies, in public sector, or in publicly or privately funded research centers, such as our center. And in fact, the non-thesis master program in immunology is at Koç University is the first and only program of its kind in Turkey. We have immunology programs with the thesis in other institutions, other universities as well, but the non-thesis program is only available at Koç University. It offers world-class research facilities and the career opportunities in immunology. And the MSc in Immunology program at Koç University's Graduate School of Health Sciences will give you both detailed theoretical information about the basic immunological mechanisms, as well as the practical tools to use this information in the field of health. So the aim of the program is to investigate the uh, effect of immunological process on the formation of disease, especially cancer, as I said, and to develop a translational researcher perspective that addresses critical questions about the treatment and to conduct high impact studies in this field. The program offers courses that will allow you to develop a broad multidisciplinary approach to basic immunology knowledge, such as advanced clinical immunology, transplantation, neuroimmunology, allergy, autoimmunity, tolerance, tumor immunology, infection, and immunity. So the program comprised of 3 semesters and required 30 credits of 10 for credit courses and 4 required under several titles. One is the basic concepts of immunology, the fundamental immunology, and research ethics, medical and bioethics, as well as biostatistics. And we also have electives from the immunology program. And there are also non-credit courses, including seminars, writing, ethics, and the master's project. So these are some of the elective courses related to nearly all disciplines that you can cooperate and that you can focus on. So the application requirements are being eligible, having eligible bachelor and master degrees in basic sciences of nearly all basic science disciplines, in health sciences from immunology to dietetics. So it's a long list of those disciplines. And of course, from MD degrees, as well as from biomedical sciences. So you need to submit your CV, your statement of purpose, and 2 recommendation letters. It's usual for other programs as well, and official transcripts from all the universities attended. And for Turkish applicants, you need ALES score being 55 and above 55, and also other different scores with at least 8 points. And for outside students, you need to have a GRE test score being 156 or above. And for TOEFL, you need 8 points or above. So once you develop the required documents, you are ready to submit your application online, as it's been already discussed. So the spring semester applications open around April, fourth semester applications around November. So please follow the university on social media. And the MSc in non-thesis programs are only open for applications in fall semester. So that means that we cannot accept these applications at the spring. So, you know, as I mentioned before, the graduates from the program can work in university, in specific parts of industry, in publicly funded research centers and privately funded research center. So there are examples and the connections of these programs if you just tick these links. Yeah, this is the perhaps a bit unpleasant part of the presentation. So these are the fees which are required for the program. And we have a very nice labs infrastructure, both at the Koç University Hospital, and also we have very nice labs at the Rumeli campus site as well. So if needed, those labs can also be used. But we are based at Topkapı at Koç University Hospital on the 3rd and 4th floor of the hospital. We have nice labs. So that's all I can say for now. I will be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Hasan Hocam. Any question about the programs, either immunology or public health? So we can answer your questions. Türkçe'de sorabilirsiniz. Türkçe'de cevaplayabiliriz.
There is one question: when are MS thesis-based applications open? So the applications are open right now. They have been opened, so you can submit your application right away if you are ready. And the deadline is June 20th. But we do rolling admissions, so it would be good for you. It would be more beneficial for you to submit as early as possible. Evet, sorularınız varsa Türkçe de sorun.
GİMET kabul ediliyor mu diye bir soru görüyorum ben Nurseyit Hamirov'dan. And is there any recommendations for a minimum GPA? I don't know, Başak Hanım, if you could help. I couldn't recognize GMAT.
GMAT aslında daha çok GMAT is more for business schools. I mean, I think
GRE is required for these programs. I know there are converters, but I've never. It should be up to you, but yeah, I think GMAT is for business schools only.
So for a minimum GPA, you have an idea, Başak?
I can answer.
Yasemin Hocam,
Actually,
please.
for
Yeah.
the master programs, we usually require 2.7 as the application. But for this non-thesis programs, actually, we have a flexibility. But I can ask Ece and Simay what is the least possible
Hocam,
GPA.
officially, as you said, it's 2.7. But of course, it's up to you. I mean, about flexibility. It's up to scientific committee.
Okay. There is one more question. If the applications kontenjanda olunca henüz başvuru süreci bitmezse geri kalan başvuruları gözden geçiriyor musunuz? Actually, we are looking for all the applications and we are discussing the applicants, and actually contingent or the number for the non-thesis programs for the higher education is as I remember is 30 per program.
Yeah.
So we are not sure if we can get like 30 students, but we will see. YDS veya ALES sonuçlarımızın son başvuru tarihine kadar hazır olması zorunlu mu? Actually, it is not. I mean, we can accept your applications, and in 6 months you can bring us to your language and the other examination scores. So it is not, I mean, not necessary, especially under the pandemic condition. We are a kind of have a flexibility. And what is the capacity for masters with thesis? As
Yeah.
I said, it's like 30 per program. But actually, my faculty members, do you have any?
Any difference with or without thesis? I think this is the question.
Yeah, this is for the program with thesis. So the question is for the program with the thesis. I
Thesis,
think we have
okay.
less. Yeah.
For the thesis is 15. Two more questions for the immunology program. Is the GRE a requirement or a recommendation? Also, if I graduated from an American university, must I still submit an English language requirement? I think you don't need to submit an English language requirement if you are graduated from English speaking countries. And for the GRE, it is for our thesis programs, it is required. For the non-thesis, is it or not? I can't
149, I guess. 149 it's written. 149 is the required.
Başak Hanım, maybe you have expertise about that.
It's up to you. I mean, some schools say it is recommended but not required. I mean, I would recommend that you submit your application, but and we will. I think our professors will read your application as a whole, and then they might say yes, we do require a GRE score as well. But it's we right now we really encourage you to submit your application.
There is one more question. Koç Üniversitesi mezunları için de güncel TOEFL sonucu gerekiyor mu? I think we are asking about the TOEFL score or not.
Actually, because Koç University is also an English language university, Koç Üniversitesi mezunlarından TOEFL istemiyoruz. Aynı şekilde Türkiye'deki diğer işte Sabancı, Boğaziçi onlardan da gerekmeyebiliyor.
What is the rate of master students receiving scholarship? I will not give a number for that because these programs are new programs and we are recruiting the first students. So we don't actually have the numbers to give a kind of rate to you. In the future, I mean, I hope I can give these numbers. YDS sonucu olanların da TOEFL sonucu gerekiyor mu?
Hayır,
Hayır.
Türkler için YDS sonucu yeterli.
Programlara spesifik sorularınız var mı? Do you have questions regarding the specific issues for the programs?
For those of you here that are international applicants, you're also welcome to join the international student session at 8:30, where they will cover more of what it is, how to best apply as an international student, and what it is like to live in Istanbul and in Turkey as an international student. But if you have any program-specific questions, please ask them here. I will also share my email again with everyone here in the chat box. If you have any questions about, the programs or your application status, you can write to me at this address, PMP.
Also, you can send your emails and ask questions to the gshs@ku.edu.tr, and I will also write this to the chat box.
And if you have specific questions about the programs, of course, you are very welcome to direct your question to us as well. So the GSHS will direct your questions to us.
Yasemin Hoca, there's a question about the neuroscience program.
Yeah,
If there are any background requirements, like a specific bachelor degree program for the neuroscience program.
Actually, our neuroscience program is also a multidisciplinary program, and we just accept students from different backgrounds, and so we don't have a bachelor degree requirement. I mean, engineer students graduated from an engineering faculty or the nursing faculty or biology, chemistry. We actually accept all the students, working on the neuroscience, trying to learn neuroscience. We also, if you want to apply, please, if you are thinking to apply, please apply. But we are getting a lot of application to our neuroscience program.
So for international students asking about scholarships, I really would like to refer you to our next session at 8:30 because we don't have specific information for you about that right now.
Any other questions regarding global health? Who wants to?
Sorry, Yasemin Hocam. In fact, I was talking, but I was muted. So
Okay.
if there are any questions afterwards, perhaps regarding global health program, so how they can reach. So I can type my email address here for those who are.
What I can do, Sibel Hoca, is we did type my address and GS. So
Okay,
if there are any questions, we can forward them to you.
Forward. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. And we will also be sharing this recording with you along with our contact information as well in a few days. So if you think of any questions then, you can also send us an email and we will get back
Okay.
to you in a timely manner.
There's one more question. I have read that the immunology program will focus more on cancer-related studies. Could you please mention some of the topics that will be covered in that? Hasan
Yeah,
Hocam.
perhaps I can give you some answer to this question. It's not specifically focused to the cancer. Actually, we have other disciplines being very active in terms of immunology, such as allergy, such as neuroimmunology, and the basic immunology, as well as transplantation immunology. But yes, we do have also focus in cancer immunology as well. And all these different disciplines related to immunology are supervised by specific faculty from those disciplines. So since there aren't anybody from oncology here, so it may not be appropriate to give more details about that. But as I tried to explain during my presentation, immunology is now more involved in cancer because there are drugs, targeted drugs, therapies in development, especially in the cancer treatment. And this approach is very much related to immunology. So immunology really provides a sort of an important ground for such a scientific research that I can say.
Yıldız Hocam, you want to say something?
As I told Hasan Hocam, yes, immunology is multidisciplinary program. It's yes, we have allergy. Principal investigators, allergy, transplantation, and neuroscience, and respiratory system, and yeah, we have this multidisciplinary program. Because of that, you can work with other professor and faculty members,
Okay.
not only cancer. Yeah.
There's another question. I have tried much times to apply for program. For Babekir, are you saying you tried to apply to our program or the others? Okay, I will. Okay, so but you couldn't. I don't know why this happens. Actually, Ece and Simay may know the application is open as far as I know. So you have to be able to apply. If not, try again. And now we are looking every day who applied, what is the application status. And you said that you are using intrathymic injection to prevent graft rejection. For that, I have to say that we will, in like 1 or 2 months, we will open the transplant immunology department and the research center, actually funded by the European grants, and it's under construction now. There will be a great facility, brand new facility with a chair. Actually, interviews were done, and the chair will start, I hope, at the August or September. So there will be, I mean, a big group studying the transplant immunology.
What you can do, Babekir, is to send us an email. I think I see your question. Can I send the documents via email? Why don't you send us an email, and we will see if we can be helpful for you there. I will also write, if for international students, you can also send emails to this address, study@ku.edu.tr, either PMP or study, and we will get back to you regarding your specific question.
And maybe I have to add one more point. Actually, our lectures will be, I mean, during the pandemic condition, totally online now through Zoom. But after that also, we will have in-class sessions, but all the class sessions will be recorded, and you will be able to view, listen, or just join online to the live classes, or watch the lectures afterwards. And actually, we are not looking for I mean, in some special lectures, it may be required to attend the lectures on in class, but for most of the lectures, it will not be a requirement. So you are not, I mean, you can take lectures if you are working, and if your time is not suitable for that, you can just watch the lectures afterwards. There is, okay, Babekir again, interested in on the organ transplantation. You have to
Transplantation, I guess.
register for the immunology master program. We don't have general surgery or clinical immunology. They are the hospitals' clinical departments. So you have to go through the Graduate School of Health Sciences pages, and then you can go through the applications for the master's programs, and you have to apply immunology program. We don't have clinical immunology or the general surgery. They are the clinical parts of the hospital.
Yeah, yes, Imran Hocam, I think Babekir is trying to explain his situation. He's saying that he's a registrar of general surgery
Ah,
and
okay.
clinical immunology. So this is his background, and he is more interested in transplantation immunology, which is good if you have such background. Yes, this is, I think good for you, Babekir. Yeah.
Sümeyya is asking another question. I had applied to Koç University for master degree. In how much time I will receive the email? Actually, we started to evaluate the applications. I think in like 2 or 3 weeks, we will turn back to you, and we will actually, our faculty members will look at your application and then decide, and we will send acceptance or the rejections letters.
And a nice compliment from Taiba Mumtaz from Pakistan. Yeah, we are here for cooperation. Thank you very much, Taiba. Love to us to Pakistan as well. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Sumaya.
Any other questions? Türkçe sorular da olabilir. So as I mentioned, I really encourage all of our international attendees here to join us in 15 minutes at the international student session. I think it will be very informative.
If there are no more questions, maybe I can ask to our faculty members, do you want to add anything more for information? İlker Hocam, do you want to say something?
Thank you. I thank you all. And for the participants, I thank you all and welcome you all for our program.
Yes, perhaps afterwards, if they watch the videos again, perhaps in time they develop some more interest, and then we will be very happy to answer if there are any questions.
Yes, we would like to continue the conversation.
Yeah, we will be happy to have you here. Those are interested in immunology program. We have a very rich, diverse program, very good infrastructure, facilities. So we would be happy to have you with us. Thank you.
Okay, then we can close the section. Başak Hocam, what do you think?
Yes, I think so too. Thank you for joining us tonight, taking time out of your busy schedules. And as I said, we hope to continue the conversation, and please write to us whenever you have an email on your mind.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you. Thank
time.
you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank